this video, it's time for a new portable device from our friends from China. So this one is highly requested by Tashiro. So a little shout out to you, buddy. So you spammed a lot of these links, and I think you didn't realize when you're putting a link of something, YouTube is going to block it. So keep that one in mind so you can rather send an email. But nevertheless, so I did notice his link in the spam folder. I was thinking, do you know what? Let's grab it. It's not very expensive, and I'm very curious what this thing is going to bring us. So for the people who are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell, because you missed out already a lot of wicked content. So these 8-bit systems come nowadays in a very nice packaging. The packaging itself is pretty basic, and as you can see over here, they even put a label on it. So okay, going to rip it off. Let's see if we can put it off. Can we see? No, yeah, maybe we can see. Oh, that's it. It's just the previous name was Game. Right, let's put it back on. So this was the 801 game system, 3-inch TFT screen. And again, yes, we have 8-bit system. Oh, they love those 8-bit systems, don't they? Alright, so we're having the basic manual, or what I try to say a lot of times is basic toilet paper manual, you know. Alright, so we're having an AV out cable. This one is using the smaller barrel jack connection. For charging, we're having this old school retro USB mini. So this is what you're going to get inside the package. Yes, we're going to try it on the television, and let's see how it works. But first, let's take a close look at the device itself. Alright, so let's do a little bit of an overview. So we're having a little mono speaker here. Select start. This is the reset button, the D-pad. We're having A, B, and X and Y. So basically we're having the A and B, or A and B, depends a little bit how they map it, and we're having 2 turbo buttons. Alright, at the back we can see we're having an 800 milliamp battery to give you a couple of hour playtime. Not a lot, but you can recharge it. It's basically an old school Nokia battery. At the top we're finding the USB for charging. We're having the AV out function and an off switch. Volume control is over here, and there's nothing else to say about it. So let's remove the screen protector and let's see what we're going to get. We have a different sound in the menu, and I must say this thing weighs a little bit heavier than previous models. The D-pad feels very nice. Oh, by the way, every time when you're resetting this thing, you're going to get back to the menu. Just want to say it. Alright, let's zoom in and let's scroll a little bit to the 800 games. Very curious what we're going to get. Alright, so the list starts very naughty with a lot of familiar games. And again, this D-pad is very comfortable. You don't see that very often with cheap devices. So far so good. See a lot of familiar games. We're having Chip and Dale 1, 2, 3. Let's see, we have more. Dead Fox. We're having all the Turtle games. Turtle Fighters, Turtle 3, or the arcade version, and the normal Turtle version. Okay. So far so good. The first couple of lists, we're getting a lot of familiar games, but as you can see already, we are going to the 100. Yeah, we're getting a lot of crappy games. Battle City 2, Battle Tank, I know for a fact that it's the same game. So what I did notice with this version, we're having a lot of homebrew games. We're having some double games, but there are a lot of homebrew games, a lot of weird Mario ripoffs. There's some weird shit on this thing, I can tell you that already. So, but something else, if you look at the screen, it's just basically the same screen with all the devices. And what I did notice with these 8-bit systems, some have let's say, a little bit better screen, so what you can see that the colors are very nice. Some of these cheap LCDs don't have a lot of details. For example, when you're having a picture like this, you don't see the little things on the, what do you say this? The bushes. So, it's one big, gigantic, messed up list. 800 games, more games. There's not even an alphabetic order or something like that. I did see a lot of games that I didn't see before, so I think you can take a couple of hours searching through the list and just try games to see which one you will like. Okay, Killer Tomatoes. That sounds promising. So, shall I just boot it up? Let's see what it is. Alright. It's basically a game that is released back in the day. Alright, whatever. Right, and again, what I told you, that we're having the reset thing. So this is what you're going to get. As you can see, we have a lot of weird stuff going on over here. Oh, we have a lot of contrast now. Oh, we have a lot of Street Fighters. So even when I'm going back in the list, I can still discover new games. So the list, yeah, is this one better than the 168-1? I think you need to see it like this. This thing has a shitload of games, a lot of double, but also a lot of homebrew and crappy games. Right, so this was the Mario World number 9, and what they basically did, they grabbed Adventure Island and put the Mario skin over it. Yeah, just go. It looks like shit, but alright. Again, I love this D-pad and I love the touch of the buttons. Alright, I just wanted to show you that the jump button is over here and we have A, B over here, not A, B like this. So there's a little bit what you used to. I personally like to play it like this, like the original controllers, but a little bit of a detail. The sound is not bad. I don't notice any weird screen tearing that I have seen in previous models. It was a game like Fight Galaxy or something like this. Oh, Gunmac. So they're basically using different names. Wow, this is a really happy tune. Alright, so let's see if... So what I did notice with the D-pad, if you're playing adventure games, but if you're going to move like this, you want to use the full D-pad, you will notice it's really horrible. Just for going left and right and up and down, there's nothing wrong with it, but... So if you want to play some games that you need to use the full D-pad, no, this is not going to be perfect. Alright, so this is a very great example. We're having Dick Dupe. Let me guess, Dick Duck? Yeah, it was more a Captain Obvious moment, but... You know, this is what I wanted to show you. They are so naughty. This is what we call double naughty. So basically they are using licensed games with a different name. So that is basically try to fool you with more games. Yeah, naughty. We have the game called Trump Tank. Oh, this is basically a real game. Alright. This sounds really fun. What the hell is this? So we're having... So this is basically a racing game where I'm going to shoot things. Something came from behind and I have no clue what. Well, I really like the hypertune. And also one thing that I noticed with this thing is that the volume is very loud. This is not normal. This is seriously the first handheld that has this volume. Indeed. Right, so what I did notice with this collection, even though they have a lot of crappy games, double shit and some things like that, but I really like that we have games like Terminator. I've never seen the Terminator game on a portable device like this. I don't know if you're going to be very happy with this game, but the point is that we're having games that you don't see very often. Don't know what to do. Let me guess, I'm going to get hit with this? Oh, okay. What is that supposed to be? This is supposed to be in Terminator, what? Oh, I just killed it with my gun. But again, if you're going to play adventure games, this is not going to be a big issue with the D-pad. I sent you back to the future because my name is John Connor and I'm going to shit on your head. Yes, because John Connor does that. Only in the past, because I can't do that. You know, going to do it like this. I am the Terminator from the future. Yes. Nevertheless, right, let's go. Alright, so let's try it on the television. So the first thing I did notice some interference in the speaker itself. So, and if you're moving it around, this happens, but it's not a very big problem. But in general, I really like the image quality. This is something you don't see very often with these cheap devices. most of the time they have a pretty horrible, very horrible signal output. Alright, let's go, let's try some games again. Oh my gee, this is... See, this is exactly what I wanted to show you. The horrible games. You just hold the button and use the cursor. Time for another homebrew game. This is the Jackie Chan game with Mario Bros. In. So, but you can see there is some screen tearing going around. It's still happening. That is just a common problem with these portable devices. Alright, let's go. Alright, yeah, alright. No, that was just a problem with the game, because the D-pad is working just fine now. Oh yeah, that's what we call the roadhouse kick. So, the games are on this, for example, UFO Race. This is a game that you can find on, let's say, homebrew, the new generation of cheap China Famicom clones. Totally pointless. Oh yeah, let's go. I was accidentally pushing the turbo button. Yeah, whatever. And the D-pad is good enough that you can jump, because I did play it on some horrible controllers, and if you can jump, the game is pretty unplayable because you need to jump sometimes. Oh. Oh. The wicked kung fu guy. Just go down. You are going to smell my kung fu feet. Come on. So that's basically the power of this guy. You smell my feet and you go down. Yes. You're going to smell my feet too. Turbo smelly feet. Oh, you want to smell my feet? Oh, you want to throw a knife at me? Don't think so. Smell my feet. Alright, so what do I think of this 801 retro game system? So, basically, this is one big gigantic mess. But if you look at the build quality itself, it's not bad at all. It plays pretty decent for, let's say, adventure games. If you want to play shoot 'em ups, it's a no-go.